Hello, family. How you doing today? Yeah, well, morning thoughts again. Coming before you again today, just thinking about what am I going to talk to you today about? Well, I got up this morning thinking about some video footage that I had taken earlier, and I was always wondering about how am I going to present this material. Well, it was a visit that I had to my brother's home, and I wanted to do a video of his family, him and his wife, and sometimes I just watch how they work together, and I say, this is a match made in heaven. Well, why do I say that? Because everything that they do, they seem to remind me of my parents, where they used to do a lot of things together. Everywhere you will see my dad, I would, most of the time my mother was there when they would go out in the community and what have you. And they would always be together. And I've kind of been that way in relationships that I've had in the past. When you saw one, you saw the other. It always just seems to, I always felt kind of out of place if I didn't have my partner with me. Okay, and I'm still that way now. But I see the same thing in my brother and his wife, Irma. And one thing that I really like about her, she has a lot of characteristics of my mother. She's very domestic, and she's very, I would say nurturing, mothering. She loves plants. And this young lady, my sister-in-law, Irma, she's very good with plants. Very good. She has a green thumb. My mother had a green thumb. And she reminds me so much. She's very domestic in that way. And I want to go and just visit them. But the same thing is my brother. My brother's a lot like my dad. And I guess I like that also. To do things around the house, do things, I work out in my shop and what have you. But he likes to do things in his yard also. When you come to his yard, his lawn is always tight. The grass is always the greenest on the street and in the neighborhood. He is just really, really good at gardening, and he's always been this way. Even when I was a kid, he would brag about cutting the grass, how he would cut the grass and tell me how to cut the grass, and you got to do it this way and what have you. He's always been this way, and he's still that way. And his home and environment and everything is all of those things that our parents just put into us. And when I see him, he's almost like the epitome of my parents, his relationship of what I've seen, because a lot of my brothers, all of my brothers and their wives are very close, and they're very just seem to be made for each other. Okay, so I've always admired that about my family. And so I decided I'm going to go and visit them, and I want to just share some ways that they interact with each other. I go to visit and just see how they do things. It just reminds me of a match made in heaven. Okay, you get a chance to see that today. Come go with me. As you can see, this is monkey grass. Yeah, been planted there in my brother's front yard. As we come up, oh, look at the pancake, I call it, heads that he's cut, suspended in the air, looking like a flying saucer. Yeah, I like that. I think I'll do something like that at my home. And he's always very meticulous around. Right now, this is in the fall season, and usually when spring comes around, summertime, his lawn is cut so magnificently. Hey, Irma.
It's great. Hey,
Hey there. How you doing? I'm here to see your flowers. All right, here you can see his wife's flowers. Irma. Irma, she has all types of flowers, and she can name all of these plants. That looks like a snake lily. I learned a lot of things from her. My mom had the snake lily a lot in her home. Also, my mother had a green thumb just like Irma. And look at Lo. He's always spending time out here. Of course, you know he's my Marine brother. Okay, but he has a lot of handy skills that he used right there in his home, always helping his wife out. They working together, and look at all the plants she has. She has a green thumb. Look at it. He actually built this room that we're in right now, and he's really proud of it. He's done a great job. He's something else.
Oh, and that comes down.
Just listen how he talks about this. He is proud about what he's done, and he's doing it for his wife. He says he is created this for his wife. He is just as proud of that. Listen, look at him. He's showing off his inventor skills. He's always inventing something. Listen how he says he's going to buy her something. There he is.
So this is just temporary. But I'm gonna buy her
With his
something
new
nice, something nice,
invention.
wait to it. Yeah. And you put that on it like that. And then you take it, just take it out, that stays down.
You young ladies, you need to remember that this is the language of a man showing you that he loves you. He may not necessarily say it, but everything he's doing says, I love this man. This is his language.
And they're nice looking too. Where'd you get those? Oh, you have to
I'm trying to get that.
It just pushes back up and then locks back in place.
Oh, that's neat.
But you know what? I think over a period of time, I know Gina, she like flowers so much. I'm gonna put another one here.
How's your pizza?
Put them around.
It needs some help. In reference to help, I'm still watering it.
One there.
That's snake lily.
One here. And one
Yeah.
here.
What is that? A
Gina
snake
has the
plant?
green thumb.
Yeah.
Look at all this.
You can't want to. Mine is. Put it outside.
I like most about this room, if you notice those pictures hanging up, of the ones that are on the walls. African kings, greatness. That's your Black History wall. He's mounted these, had them specially framed, and each one of them tell a different story about different great kings of Africa. Yes, you get a history education here also when you come and visit. He's got some other plans where he's going to do something like an index so that you can study and be able to know more about these pictures that he have up on the walls. But now we're looking at the plants also.
The first year she planted a plant called the potato vine. I asked her, could you? She said underneath is a real potato, but she didn't think you could eat it.
Just water. Just water. You have to just water them and fertilize them a little bit, but other than that, that's it.
How you fertilize them if it's just that? Look, I bought this. I have this tool, this gauge. I thought I was overwatering my plants, so I bought that, and it'll tell you when to water, when they're dry and stuff like that.
This is my sister Dolores. She can run a Fortune 500 company, but when it comes down to plants, you better get her some artificial plants, and she can keep those alive in the house, and she might do okay outside, but she even has to put artificial plants out on her patio. That is not her forte. But she is a woman that is very domestic.
Well, I guess it ain't gonna work then.
But no, because what I have on my patio, I don't care. The rain ain't gonna get. That's Yeah, but those are self-watering ponds. Yeah, those big ones.
Yeah.
And I took out the unit,
Right.
but they supposed to be self-watering ponds.
I gotta figure out a way to water like these plants, right? Like when I got it all set up for the patients I'm gonna put over here. But if we go on
Yeah, those
vacation
are
or
so
something, if I
pretty.
wanted to plant some different flowers
That's
in
what
these
stuff
pots,
us to
Well,
look
that's a
like.
pretty tree. What's that?
Oh, that's what we got.
the one with
Muddy
the,
was that
The
color.
balls.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a
They come in
snowball
different
tree.
variations,
Snowball
but
tree.
muddy is
Hey,
like
Anthony, you might
that.
get snowball tree.
And they grow fast. They will expand.
green.
But they
Yeah.
also come in purples
Anthony
and
might
stuff
like
like that. I want
Yeah.
bomb offline. I want 3 from offline.
Well, we got a good start with it already.
And look at the snowball tree.
These are air plants.
Snowball.
This is an air plant.
Snowball tree.
The balls.
Where?
Snowball tree.
Oh. Yeah. What's this?
Those are air plants.
Okay.
I haven't
Oh, okay.
anything other than that.
They have different ones.
I ate cereal this
See, that's
morning.
one.
Yeah.
It's time,
I ate that.
it's time to go. We gotta look
They
at
have,
your.
yeah.
No, we gotta look at.
But you can just take them like if you have an old log. If you want to bring it in your house, you know about
Place I was telling you about the
old
fish.
log or piece of wood and just
yeah,
put it on the
yeah,
table.
You
You just take it and stick it there,
The
and
old.
it'll grow out of the log.
I put this in. See this one? Down in the ground. That's good. This one was down in the ground like that one. It was leaking. So I had to fix it.
Wait a minute. This is not the one that come with the house? The whole thing? Yeah. And
I do everything.
so your plants are, so all your systems, you got a watering system here. Yeah, I remember you telling me about this one over here. And this is hooked into that?
No.
So wait a minute, tell me what does that one do?
That's good for my grass. Water the grass. That was just leaking.
You
we
put it
fixed
in?
I fixed it. I had to cut it and redo it again. This right here. I just dug this up the other day. I gotta put down me some compost here. Get me some compost and put down here and dig it up again before I plant the flowers. And this right here.
I always love this tree. I need to get me this kind of tree in my yard. And you don't have any problem. That's your rose bush? It's getting ready to do something because those little red tips.
Yeah, you can see all the little roses. You see them right there?
Yeah.
I cut it during the winter.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was big.
Yeah, but they'll come back.
Yeah, but it's going to probably be deformed.
It's gonna be deformed when they come back.
Why did you cut it?
I cut it because the tip was rough like, and I cut it off. I should have cut it.
No, I don't think
I
so.
screwed it up, but it was pretty. Hopefully it'll come back in years to come.
It would have been better if you'd have cut him all down and then see what it puts out to bring back.
Now, can you want one?
Yeah, why not? It has that tropical
Babies
look.
on the side. I get you one.
Oh, yeah.
For years and years,
Yeah.
Irma has collected black angels, and she keeps them all right here inside of this glass casing. This is a memory all by itself. Down through the years, I don't know how many angels are in here. Only she would know. But they're all black angels. Now that's what I mean when I see someone who is really have a gift, a hobby, something that they love doing,
If yours has these
and have created this
Yeah.
it should outroot.
value.
Can I get that one?
Yeah,
Can I get this one?
there's a piece right there. Does it got the nose there?
Can you get it? put that in the water.
Put it, no, put it
I
in
can
the
put this
water.
one in water.
Put it in water and see if there's.
Because that one didn't have this other one didn't have
Grab it and put it in some water, let it.
And this is the end of my visit with the Ezels, with Irma and her flowers and her husband Lorenzo.
And that's called the
They have a marriage made in heaven.
versions.
I found it interesting that the first dog I ever had was named Snowball. It was a white dog, Snowball. I really love that dog. And I suppose he is in heaven also. So this is a good way to